Hello everybody, it's Patty here, the Alaskan Cross Stitcher. Today is February the 6th, 2024, and this is episode 252. On today's show, I have whips, so sit back and relax, grab your beverage of choice, water for me, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So, since we last spoke, I have been to Hawaii. We stayed on the Big Island. We went to Waimea for 3 weeks and rented a house. That was really nice. Then we moved into Waikoloa, stayed at the Marriott in Waikoloa from Sunday to Saturday. I had a really good time until my knee gave out. And my knee gave out right like 2 weeks into the trip. It was hurting and I did some stuff I probably shouldn't have. And the Friday night before we were going to leave on Saturday night, my knee completely gave out. My poor hubby had to go and get me a cane because I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to get on the airplane walking wise. But by Friday night was really bad. Saturday we didn't leave until 10 o'clock at night, so I rested it all day. I did I did packing really quickly. I just stayed in the hotel room, which wasn't a lot of fun, but I had been having to do that since Wednesday because Tuesday I was up on it way too long and Wednesday I could barely walk. So I knew it was going. I was just really hoping it would last, but it didn't. On Friday night, it decided to let loose. So anyway, I rested it all day Saturday, had the cane. That really did help a lot. And in fact, I've been using it here at home. We got home Sunday at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I did use it around the house a little bit, and sometimes I use it a little bit. The pain has now moved down to my calf, so it feels like a muscle strain. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We also got word on Saturday that the town that I live in had a gas problem and you were supposed to check your boiler. So I checked the boilers, I checked the heat in the house, and it was staying relatively good until 2 hours before we were going to go to we were just about to go to the airport at 8 o'clock at night. I checked it again and the temperature had dropped. So I called my one son. He came over and said one of them was running and the other one wasn't. So he hit the reset button and we should have made him stay because after he left, it quit again. So we only had the slab heating the 600 feet that it could heat, but it was keeping the temperature relatively warm. So within the house, when we got home, it was 61 degrees. It was cold, but it wasn't unbearable. So we finally got the other boiler up and running. It took a couple of more restarts to air out. It had air caught in the gas, had air that was trapped. It had to release the air. But we did that. The basement heated up perfectly, no problem. The upstairs, not so much, because our garage didn't have any air coming in, any warm air. And while we were gone, it was 30, 40 below. The day that everything went to crud with the city, I think it was 50 below. And it has been steadily warming up. It's back in the positive, just one, but it's still below freezing, but it's not negative anymore. So as it is, the garage froze. And there's not a lot of pipe in the garage to heat the garage, but it froze. We found that out Sunday when we thawed it out and it sprayed all over, so we have a cracked pipe. The guy is here today fixing it, I'm hoping. We've been running electric heaters and the downstairs, and the slab heat has been keeping the upstairs relatively warm. It's like in the 70s right now. In this room, it's not because I've closed the door, but we have 2 electric heaters warming up the house, plus the slab heat and the basement. So it's been very interesting testing out our new system. And thank goodness we had at least the slab heat running. I kind of wish it would have been the majority of the house running, because then it would have kept the garage from freezing. And it probably would have kept these 2 slab heat floors running. It would have been okay. But yeah, at least though, it was the day we were the day we were bound to come home. It wasn't like the trip had just started without having it, because if it had happened, we would have lost the house. It would have been frozen. We would have had to been fixing a lot of frozen pipes. And after the remodel, that would have made me very sad. Very sad indeed. But hopefully they can fix it today and we can get heat going, and I can turn off these electric heaters because they make me nervous. Yeah. Oh well. Oh well, what are you going to do? You live in the land of the north, you have these problems. I did look up. It hadn't been 50 below in Fairbanks in 7 years. So, that's okay. We haven't had a 2-week long cold snap like this for quite a while, I think. I mean, it was in the negative 30s and negative 40s for quite a while. So we missed all of that, only to come home to frozen pipes. But that was also my fault. I should have had my son stay longer to make sure. I should have had him stay for half an hour, because he probably would have caught it, and it took 2 more resets. He would have been here for those 2 resets, and it would have been fine. I don't think the garage would have been frozen then. But you never know. It could have been frozen, and then it still would have had problems. But I don't know. You live and you learn, right? Right. So, yeah. Hawaii was fun. Hawaii was warm. The house was nice we stayed in. The convention was fun. I did another painting, which when it gets up here, I will show you guys my swirly painting. I did one 2 years ago, and we did it again this year, and it's a lot of fun to do those swirl paintings. So, yeah. Shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. So this is the stuff I'm showing you until the last is stuff I did at the end of December. So I worked on the 1 Dozen Quakers for the January section. This is by Rosewood Manor, and I'm just going to show you the blocked out picture. Okay. And I did finish the January section. So I'll start the February section today after I am finished with you guys, so I can get February knocked out. This is, what is this? This is, oh, here it is. This is 32 Count Dune by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. So, yay! I'm really liking this project, and I really want to get that going. So, January 3rd is my birthday, and I started my new start, which is Heaven and Earth Designs. Magic Study Rainbow Version by Rose Kahn. And it's on 25 count, easy count. And this is what it looks like. And my measly start. Right before we left on the trip, I wasn't feeling anything. I wasn't feeling stitching. I wasn't feeling packing. I wasn't feeling anything. So I have it on here. I'm going to work on this every third. And if I feel like working on it more, I will. Eventually I will, because I did a new start. Oops, excuse me, sorry. I did a new start when I got back, and that's taking my love right now. So But here is my 200. I got 200 stitches done. My huge amount of stitches. I should have wrote down. I think it's 400,000. So I have 200 of my 400,000 done. Yay! But I'm happy. I am very happy. I will keep working on it. I probably will work on it more. Maybe it'll be my Saturday stitch too. That would be a good idea. Maybe my Saturday stitch. Yeah. So put that down here so I keep it out. And then I worked on, before I left, I worked on, where's the picture? Here it is. Heartstring Samplery's Scary Sampler on 32 count Belfast by Fiber on a Whim in the wheat colorway. And I'm still working on the border. And so I finished the first words and then just worked more on the border. And that's all I did on that one. Like I said, I didn't do a heck of a lot of stitching on before I left. Okay. And the thing I worked on in January the most is this is the project I took with me. I took Death by Cross Stitch. I am stitching this on 32 count bisque by Lakeside Linens, and this is a Long Dog Samplers. And I know the last time you saw it, I had this little section. Of course, I had all of this, but I was finished this lion. So I did a lot of stitching in Hawaii. So here we go. I finished the lion's row. And I did have a little bit of this area done over here, but not a lot. Then I got down and started the next page. So I am really happy about how this is turning out. So we are past the halfway point, which is really cool. And that's where we're at. Yay! This one I will be working on. So this was going to be my weekend stitching, but I think I will. Sorry about that. My hubby popped in with the good news. They have fixed the pipe. Now we're just having to get it's airlocked, which, you know, when you dump a whole bunch of water everywhere, that's what happens. How exciting. So yeah, I'm really happy with how much I got done on Death by Cross Stitch. On my vacation, I like doing those on vacation, taking one and working on it so I can see how much I can get done. I didn't stitch on it for like 3 days out of the whole trip, which I think is really good, really good. The other thing, so that was all of my stitching so it hasn't been a lot, but like I said, I started something new on Monday, and I will show you guys that next week. I also brought knitting with me. I'm sorry, I've got a frog in my throat here. My Alpine Bloom, which I don't remember who made it, because of course I don't have that first page, but it is Boyland Knit Works, and this is just a small picture of it. It's a sweater, color work, and this one I am using Malabrigo sock yarn and Hedgehog Fibers, I think is what the name of it is. And that's that color. And I did quite a bit on this. I am really happy with how much I got done. So here is where I'm at. So you knit it from the top down. I need to get bigger. This is a 3.5 millimeter needle, so I need a longer cord here. But here is where I'm at. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. They are kind of difficult to see since this hedgehog fiber is so variegated, but I'm okay with that. That'll be good. So, yeah, it's the top of the sweater. So, there were several nights where I would just put my iPad on to shows on Prime Video and just go for it. So, and some Hulu. But there we are. So exciting. I am going to put this up for a little bit, and I'm going to work on the worsted, or is it the worsted or the DK? It might be like it's a DK weight sweater. I'm doing the same thing with the DK weight. So I'll start working on that again because that was a lot of fun to work on as well. Dropped another thing here. But plans. I really don't have any plans. I know that I'm going to finish that 12 dozen, or the 1 dozen, I'm sorry. It's for the month of February. And then, I don't know. I'm going to stitch on whatever calls to me. And right now, it is the one I just started that's calling to me. In fact, I worked on it a little bit this morning before I came and did a video because I wasn't sure if I was going to do a video or not, because I didn't know how long it was going to take them to fix the water, the heat. So this is really exciting that the heat that's already been patched. That is so awesome. That wasn't a major break where they had to put pipes together. We have a cabinet unit heater in the garage, and it doesn't function anymore, so it's out there and the water travels through it, and there's some kind of splitter on the top that broke, and that's what frozen broke, and not the pipe that goes to it or the pipe that goes up to it or anything like that. So it's very exciting. Yeah, very happy, very happy. And you got a live you got to find out live. Awesome. Okay, so instead of waiting for next week. Okay, so looking around, I really don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. I hope that you are all staying safe, healthy, and happy. And I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.